This is Africanna Radio, your online radio portal. We are just about to start our usual Monday evening program that will bring to you on Africanna Radio. My name is Mr. D, and this program is being presented by Mr. Kofi Cula. The topic for tonight it's about step children. The topic is the challenges for stepchildren living with their stepdads and stepmoms, and also the challenges of being a step parent. What are the challenges for being a stepchild or being stepchildren, and also being a step parent, looking after stepchildren? This is the topic for tonight. This is Africanna Radio, your online radio portal. My name is Mr. D, and Mr. Kofi Cula is the one behind this program. But before I get him on the line, Mr. Kofi Cula, if you can hear me, good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
How are you, my sweet girl? I'm hearing you. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Naomi.
Oh, Naomi, how old are you?
Good.
Good. How old are you?
7.
7 years. You're just like daddy. Your daddy's daughter, aren't you? Daddy's girl. That's good. Okay, Mr. Kula, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you very much, Dominic. Today we chose this topic because it's been an interesting topic, an interesting area where we feel that the community will have some awareness, will have some basic awareness about what stepchildren experiences
Yeah.
and also step-parents experience.
Hmm.
We will be looking at um, stepchildren being a step-parent, their challenges.
Yeah.
Before we go on to this topic or to have a simple discussion on the topic, I would like to now to pray for us and then put everything in the hands of God so that she will be able to go and go to bed. Naomi, you want to pray for us, please?
Dear Jesus, I pray for every during this African radio in the world. I pray for everyone who is in this world. Pray for everything that Jesus did. Jesus name I pray, amen.
Amen. Amen, Naomi. Yeah, thank you for praying for us. Bye bye.
Thank you, Naomi, for praying for us in this program, for all our listeners, and also for people around the world. Um, Mr. D, before we go on, is your Facebook is streaming live?
Yeah, it should be doing. Let's one minute, please. I'm
While I go on,
just 1 second, please.
because like I said, because it's an area.
We're not hearing you. 1 second, please, Kofi. Um, okay, and I will share it here. You should be getting by now. Can you hear me, Mr. Kula?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, you may proceed, please.
Yeah. Yes, like I said, we chose this topic because we feel that is an area which is um, um, very, very important indeed. Many families are experiencing issues around stepchildren, and also children are facing experiencing difficulties.
I'm not sure about the light at your end because I'm not sure whether it's me here. It's I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Uh, I think it's yeah. I think it's I think it's better. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. We see.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what is happening around the world in terms of stepchildren, and also step-parents and issues around that. We feel that it's an area of work whereby we will all learn from, and this is why we we decided that we will talk about this area to help people or help us to have awareness of what is happening, in terms of children experiences, children who are stepchildren, and also parents who are step-parents. And this is one of the reasons why we decided to do the topic. Um, so today, what are we looking at? We are looking at the stepchildren being a step-parent. The image of traditional family is once limited to a mother, father, and children living together under one roof. However, the concept of definition of families is much wider than that. It includes families of single-sex families, foster families, blended families, and families by communities. Today, we'll be looking at what are the major challenges of being a stepchild or step-parent in a blended family. We'll also be looking at what are your experiences of growing up as a stepchild. Did you love or hate your step-parents? Were you treated differently to your siblings for being a stepchild? And how did it feel like to be a stepchild? Do you treat your stepchildren as your own children? We're talking about parents. Parents, do they treat their stepchildren as their own children, or do they treat them differently? Does your stepchildren respect and treat you the same way as their parents? What are the dynamics of being a step parent or child? So it's a lot of areas that we'll be looking at, and then we'll be looking at the solutions in terms of um, the problems that families face and the difficulties of it. So before I go on, I'm just trying to um, share Dominic's video that is on live now, so that but I don't seem to see it, Dominic.
Well, I can see that you have joined the Facebook. So you've joined. Just
How,
press. You've joined already. So just go and share it.
how,
Go to your page your go to your page and then just share it. I'll go to your wall because I can see that you have joined mine here. It's a matter of just sharing it, and then your colleagues will or your friends will see you.
okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, please.
Okay, yeah, this is Africanna Radio, your online radio portal. Our usual Monday evening program that we bring to you every Monday between the hours of 8 and 10 p.m. This program is being presented by Mr. Kofi Cula. Um, the topic we are treating tonight is about the challenges facing the stepchildren and then, of course, being a step parent within the relationship. Uh, what are the challenges as for being a stepchild or stepchildren and then also being a step parent within a relationship? Mr. Kofi Kula is the one presenting this program, and I'm the host, Mr. D. You just
Video,
try.
video there on your side. Yeah,
Well, I can see myself here. I'm on. I'm showing live.
yeah, I know, but it's not on your. I just see it before.
Okay, just go. Like I said, go on your wall and then scroll up, and you'll see it just after your I think your profile.
Okay, you don't like to put music or something on for the
Okay,
background.
I will do so. Um, Sorry about our listeners. Mr. Kofi Cula is just trying to sort out his Facebook sharing, and then so I'm just going to put music on until he finishes it, and then start his program. Uh, Let me know when you've sorted it out. This is Africana Radio, your online radio portal. It's Monday, the 29th of May 2017. Our usual Monday program that we bring to you on Africana Radio, our social issues program. Uh, the topic for tonight is the challenges that in our language we say the abekus, the stepchildren face in relationship, the stepchildren being with their step parents. What are the challenges or some of the challenges that they face within that sort of relationship, and also being a step parent, the sort of challenges that they also confront you, being the mother who has got the children or who has children, and being the father who has no children and being in that sort of relationship, and also either the man also has children and then the woman hasn't got children, and then also being in that sort of relationship, the sort of challenges that of course that confronts families like that, and then how do you handle it? What do you do? What are some of the problems that comes up or that crops up? Mr. Kofi Kula is going to reveal all this to us on this program. So please, you can get Africana Radio on YouTube. I'm sorry, on TuneIn. If you go to TuneIn and type in Africana Radio, you will get Africana Radio from there. You can also access Africana Radio from the Android devices. Or the Android devices, you can just download the app from the App Store. I'm sorry, from the Play Store on the Android devices. And then you can also access Africana Radio on the app on the iOS devices. That's if you go to the App Store on the Apple, the iPhones, and then the iPads, you can download the app from the App Store. You can also get Africana Radio from Google.com or AfricanaRadio.com. You've got a radio link over there as well. Is Mr. Cula ready? Mr. Cula, are you back? Check your volume, please. I think your volume is down. Can you hear me, sir? You are back. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Kofi Cula is back, and I'm handing the microphone to him. Please, you may proceed.
Thank you for patience and understanding in regards to this. Now, if you look at research suggests that 1 in 3 people in the UK is now a step parent or a stepchild or a stepson or step families. And step families are an established part of modern family life. But step parents and natural parents are often unaware of the legal implications of this relationship. So, Mr. D, when you talk about someone being a stepchild, do you have any understanding of it?
Do I have any understanding of a stepchild? Well, what I can see is being a biological child to maybe one of the parents and not to the other.
Uh,
That's my understanding of being a stepchild. Or it can also be a foster child also living, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that, but of course, you are on the field and you should be able
the
to.
child of one husband
Yeah,
or by a previous marriage,
yeah,
and step family and blended family are a very common feature of modern life. So step parents are often viewed as anyone who has taken on the role of a parent, whether through divorce, death, or otherwise. So these are the legal definition of a step uh, child or a step parent. Then we can also talk about stepmother, a woman who is married to one's father after the divorce of one's parents or the death of one's mother. And we can also talk about a stepfather, who is a man who is married to one's mother after the divorce of one parent or the death of one father. So these are all the legal definition of who is uh, who is a stepchild or a step-parent, a stepmother, or a stepfather. You know, um, what what are the major challenges of a stepchild is what we're going to look at today. Because the reason why we are doing this topic, like I said from the beginning, is that it's an area where in the UK, research suggests that 1 in 3 families are either within a stepchild, step-parent relationship, and it is an area whereby we feel that in our community is now a kind of thing that is part of the family life that people live. You know, research suggests that a common expectation from divorced parents is that their partner will step in and help support parent and child. You know, what are the major challenges of being a stepchild? You know, one of the main challenges, Mr. D, is that children are expected to adjust to a variety of life changes after one of their parents I remarried. You know, that this transition can take a bit of time. Sometimes we put a lot of expectation on the children that a lot of responsibility and expectation
Mhm.
on the children, you know, for them uh, make it adjust. Now,
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. You check your speaker. Your speaker. You're breaking up.
yeah,
Okay, it's better
is
now.
it clear now?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that we put a lot of expectation on children, expecting them to be able to adjust or to be able to have understanding of their parents' needs,
Mhm.
and then this could be too much of expectation on them. Oftentimes, the child everyday life will change dramatically, which can be one of the greatest challenges for them. You know,
Mhm.
um, if parents don't have understanding of their children needs, if you are going into a relationship and you don't take, do you think of your children when going into a relationship, Mr. D? Do
Mhm.
you think that a lot of parents with children, when they are going into relationship, do they think of their children before they do that, Mr. D? Is it
Um,
something that they think of?
no, I don't think so.
And it is kind of bring tension in the house because we have people from different cultural backgrounds,
Mhm.
the family values, for
Mhm.
instance,
Yeah.
every families may have their own values within the family. The children are used to living in a certain way, and for instance, if it's an unexpected death, or separation, and then you bring in somebody in and you expect that the children have to adjust and get change to accept them. Is it something of acceptable behavior or something that parents should be aware of when going into relationship? In my view, that it's important that when parents are separated and they go into relationship, it's important that they check these things because this could unsettle their children, and could affect their emotional well-being. Because, for instance, the method of disciplinary at home may be different.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
the method of routines and boundaries may change because somebody has come in. They are bringing the values that this person may come in may be different to what the family values is. How prepared are you to be able to prepare the children to be able to do all these things? It's important. So kids are expected to adjust to a new set of house rules. They may have to make change to accommodate the needs of a set siblings. you know. And it's not only that, Mr. D. There
Mm-hmm.
could be step siblings in between as well. So therefore, maybe the person coming in also may bring their own children into the relationship, you know. And then the expectation is for the children to adjust to that, which may make it difficult for them. So these are some of the challenges that children may face. It can be quite difficult for children, especially those who have been accustomed to spending a great deal of time with just their natural parents,
Mm-hmm.
to suddenly be thrust into a larger family environment where they may feel a bit lost and invisible. Do we take these things into consideration? You know, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, when you have children whereby feel that, oh, you know what, you're going into a family, these are children maybe who have a close bond with with the absent parent,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden the absent parent is not there, but then you expect them to just adjust and just get on with um, the person's partner, new partner. This could affect them significantly, and it's something that we need to be aware of. Research suggests that this can often backfire as there are many challenges a step parent faces that don't usually don't exist for the parent. So this could affect the relationship, you know. If parents go into relationship thinking that because they are going into it and they expect their children to adjust to their style, is something that we need to be aware of. The other challenge is a parent has unconditional love for their children, child or children, whereas a stepchild will feel like an outsider to a step parent. Do you believe that, Mr. Do you agree with me that a stepchild will feel like an outsider to a step parent?
Well, it happens. It happens at times, doesn't it? It does happen.
And do many step parents, do they take these things into consideration in terms of the children with feelings and all that? Making if one feel an outsider, how comfortable would they be? You know, how comfortable would they be? Somebody with children, and you go into a relationship, the person have children already, you go in, and then the child start feeling like an outsider, or within that
Yeah,
relationship.
I think it's left to I mean the two parents to make sure that they will do, I mean, what they can, if what I mean, they will do what they can to make the children feel, I mean, comfortable as much as they can, because at the end of the day, that's what the two of you have decided, to put yourself through. So whatever, problem that exists, you try as much as possible, I mean, to resolve it and make, I mean, the home feel, comfortable for the children to also be able to live a comfortable life.
Yes. Yeah, what the reality is this it will sometimes if parents are not careful, they become like strangers, you know, who didn't choose each other.
Mm.
Now finding themselves part of the same family, you know. So then this could be very, very unsettling for the children when you are in a living room with a step parent who is not talking to you or doing anything, or with you or even play, interact, and this could be very, very unsettling.
Mm.
Research suggests that it might take about 4 to 7 years for a step family, you know, to feel and function like a family. So those first years are an adjustment, to say the least, for everyone. A child doesn't automatically think of their step parent as a parent or of any importance to them at all. That bond will take years to develop, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. So sometimes the bond may not happen, Mr. D. This is one of the challenges.
Hmm.
So the person may come in, you know, there may not be a bond between them and the stepchildren. And in that case, if there is no that bond there, that could be a high tension environment, then Mr. D.
Yes, it is. Yes.
If the children are living with a step parent whereby they feel intimidated, either male step parent or female step parent, you know, that could makes it difficult, Mr. D.
Hmm.
So it's important that most parents are aware of this when going into relationship. I think that many cases people just go into relationship without taking all these things into consideration.
That's
And
right.
it's important that they do that, that they are able to um, assess all these things. And also, what I would say to um, the biological parents is that it's important that if you are going into relationship with anyone, you make sure that is there that understanding, that link between the and them. Um, Another area we need to look for is children naturally want to be pleased their parents, not so with step parents. Mr. D, would you agree with me that
Can
this
you
is the
can,
case?
can you recap that, please?
Children may want, children naturally
Hmm.
want, there is a saying that, or there is a research that suggests that children naturally want to please their parents, not with, not so with step parents. So what the research is saying is that children, some children may say that you are not their parents to come and tell them what to do, in the house.
Yeah,
And in that case, how do you function?
I think yeah. Depending upon the ages of the children, I think if you are, I mean, a good parent should be able to handle, I mean, children like that. Um,
The issue is that, Mr. Lee, hold on. The issue is that they are not looking for you for your approval when they are doing something or when they're doing something wrong or something right.
yeah,
They are not looking for your approval. They feel that you are not
absolutely.
prepared
But you
for
see,
them.
the question is, what can you do to these stepchildren for them to accept you as their, even if not as their biological father, but what can you do for them to accept you to the extent that if you correct them from their wrongs, they wouldn't feel offended. That is the question. If you're a parent and you're able to tackle that issue from an angle whereby you can be able to think at their level and then play with them at their level for them to confide in you, then I'm sure that if they are doing anything wrong, you can also be in a position to correct them without them being offended. So it is how, the way, and then the manner that you handle these stepchildren. That is what I mean. They can accept you by correcting them.
The issue here is that you may be accepting, you may want to, um, you may be accepting, you may want um, everything, you may have a good intention, but then you may not, you may they may not want your approval, or they may refuse to for the acceptance,
Hmm.
or it could be a way of saying that you don't know what skills you as a step parent coming in
Yes,
have to be
yes,
able to do
absolutely.
things, and what is your relationship
Yes,
with with your partner.
that that that, that,
You,
that is exactly
is
what.
this something that both of them have an awareness of or not?
If you don't have if you're a parent and you don't have an awareness of this, you will have a problem, because the moment you find out that, or the moment the two of you agree that with your children that you have, if the two of you have, and that you decide to live together, then it should, that awareness should start cropping in here, and then for you to be able to know how to handle situations like this, bearing in mind that the children themselves, they know that yes, this is what the parents are going to do. They know that one of the parents is not their biological parent, so they will have that sort of the obstacle. Are you with me? Especially
Yeah.
if the woman has a boy, right? You,
Mhm.
the man going into the house, you are a threat to his freedom. You are a threat to his manhood in the house. So if you don't handle this carefully, I bet you you will never be able to enjoy I mean the relationship you're going in. So as a man, the moment you see that, or you find out that what she's got a boy, depending upon the age
Mhm.
that the boy is, you should be able to handle yourself very well, prepare yourself, put yourself in a position whereby the very first time you meet this boy, you make him like you. If you don't make him
Yes,
like
I
you, you
understand.
create a problem for yourself.
Yes, I understand that it could happen, and then it's something that is an area that we need to look for. Um, that could be of conflictual in terms of relationship. Step parents never. Then there is also another fact or another research information that suggests that step parents never know when they should speak up. Some parents, the what research suggests is that step parents is or many step parents sometimes are often worried about stepping on toes or getting backlash for something they said or even something they didn't say, something that was misinterpreted by their ex or incorrectly passed on to the kids. So all these things will be. So Mr. D, would many of our audience agree that some people may be in a relationship where they are stepchildren, whereby even then, in terms of being able to speak their mind, could be a question mark because they don't want to offend anyone within that
That will
relationship.
that will depend upon
So
the sort of relationship that you have built with these stepchildren. If you build a very good relationship with them, some of them will even take you as their father or as their mother. But if you do not approach this carefully and you mishandle that, it will backfire. And believe you me, you will never enjoy the sort of relationship that you're going to go through.
well, Mr. D, I'm glad you said that some of them may take you as a father figure or mother figure. But what about the case whereby that many
Can,
people have
can you come a bit closer to your microphone, please?
what about the case where I've come across many parents who they step parents who have said that that no matter what they say is being misinterpreted, and so therefore they become very cautious in approach, and also they feel that there is much influence, outside influence, you know, which kind of make their relationship very difficult in terms of that relationship. The children get confused, and they themselves feel under not under kind of less authoritarian or less way of having their parental control. So they feel that, for instance, they may tell the child that it's time for you to go bed. They will say that you're not my mom or dad to be telling me to go to bed. In that case, what did they do?
But that is why, you see,
So
I initially said that the sort of relationship when you build up with these stepchildren is paramount. Um, because
I have a
the
relationship with
child
them.
knows that the child knows the time that he or she goes to bed. But sometimes they will test your pulse, and depending upon how you handle this, you see, irrespective of what, if you know that the time is up for the child to go to bed, I don't know, and you can even be a bit, let's say, tactical by saying that, look, come on, let's go to bed together. You crack. You should build a certain kind of relationship with this child, by even inviting the child to go to bed together. You want the child to go to bed, but if you tell him, oh, it's time for you to go to bed, it might backfire. So by you even offering yourself by saying that let's go to bed together, you are building this a kind of relationship with a child at that point. When you go to if
You are going into an area which could even confuse the whole process
really.
because depending on the child age. For example, the expectation is that if you are a stepmother or a stepfather,
Mm.
obviously if you have a 12-year-old or 13, 14-year-old who may be of challenging and may not want to listen to you, and you telling them that go to bed and you want to go bed with them, they will question you and
No,
say that
the, you
what do you mean by that?
you're right. You're right by saying that depending upon the age of the child, that you're right by saying that.
And
If they're
yeah,
a 12-year-old boy or girl, there should also be a way to approach that, because a 12-year-old is more or less is a challenging child already. think your sound is a bit tacky. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. And then also the other argument that mostly will come on in terms of, you know, that is one of the arguments is that when the children, Mr. D, when the ex parent, the parent who is in the house,
Mm-hmm.
giving, in many cases, giving information to the children, confusing them, mixed messages,
Mm-hmm.
which makes them difficult to unsettle. And all this could be one of the challenges to the concept to the children. Because the children are hearing things, so then acceptance becomes what a difficult process for them.
Yeah.
They're getting mixed messages. Instead of getting encouraging messages, and instead of the absent parents, maybe working with the
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
and the stepchild,
Yeah.
that can be difficult for the child to settle.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that another that uh, affects the process.
Yeah.
And there is also the issue of relationship between step parent and stepchild will take years to develop, and forcing it may actually delay things.
I think that also depends upon the age of the children.
It may,
Mm-hmm.
because the thing is that Mr. D, like I said at the beginning, people come in. The expectation is that people meet. There are people who actually meet other people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then when they meet them, they just bring them home and to the family home
Mm-hmm.
without even talking to their children, explaining things to them.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when the children don't even know this person coming in,
Mm-hmm.
when we talk about step children, we are talking about people of who are married, in
Yeah.
a relationship. However, people may be going out, and they come in there, the children see them all the time. And if the communication between the parents and the children are not to understand of understanding, that can bring confusion as well in the house.
That's right.
Wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that could bring confusion as well. Then you also have in terms of the family values, their daily routines, because this person coming in, they also have their own interests
Mm-hmm.
of doing things, and this could also affect the family inside. So we have spoken about a bit about the challenges. What are the experiences of growing up as a stepchild? If you are somebody who grew up in a family as a stepchild, what are your experiences? You know, what are your experiences? Can someone, Mr. D, can you put the number on board for us?
Let me do that, please. Yes. If you want to come on the program, if you want to, make any contribution, the number to call is 01223 I repeat, if you want to be part of the program, make any contribution, be part of the discussion, the number to call is 01223 We also have a WhatsApp line or the mobile line. It's 074 I repeat, 074 This is Africanna Radio, and it's Mr. Kofi Cula on the other end of the phone presenting this program. It's our Monday program that we bring to you each and every Monday evening between the hours of 8 and 10 p.m. And the topic we are treating tonight is about the challenges facing the stepchildren and also being a step parent within a relationship. Uh, the challenges facing stepchildren and also being a step parent within relationship. Mr. Kula, you may proceed, please.
Yes. Thank you, Dominic, for that. Um, the issue here is that the issue here is that um, this could implicate a lot of things for the children, and that could affect them. Now, we're talking about what are the experiences of growing up as a stepchild. What are people's experiences? What are, if you are out there and you are listening to the program, and you want to talk about, find out about uh, um, things. What we want to talk about is this. What we want to say is that, what are your experiences? Mr. D, from talking to many people, their experiences could be, one of, some people see it as enjoyment,
Mm-hmm.
one of, content, where they feel that it was good, and other people also talk about it in terms of, being a difficult, relationship. But
Yeah.
what they say is, no one tells you that being a step parent will put your self-esteem to the ultimate test.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say. That no one said that with being a step parent could take you to ultimate test, or could 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 challenge you in terms of, your views and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What we need to look at is that majority of decisions in your life have been what tilted. But what they feel is that, I spoke to people who feel that their stepchildren ignores them, no matter how nice they are to them.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that, uh, that will happen, Mr. D?
Yes, I think it does because if you look at even bringing up your own children, the sort of challenges, difficulties that you face with your own children at home, and being a stepdad, and then living with a teenage stepchildren wouldn't be easy at all for you. Believe you me. So yes, it does. It absolutely does. Yes, yeah. It
Yes.
throws a big challenge, to you. And like I say, that if you don't handle it very well, you may end up not enjoying the relationship with your mom or with your wife.
Mhm.
Mm.
So a lot of things, people say that, and also many children has experienced difficulties with step parents who may not be understanding,
Yeah,
very strict, from what they are used to,
yeah,
and also change their interests. The children may have different interests to what the things they used to do,
yeah,
and then this could also unsettle the children at home.
yeah,
And what I want from my audience is that, if you are listening to this program, please, and you have any views, you'll be able to put it forward for us.
yeah,
Did you grow up in a step family? What are your own experiences?
yeah.
You
I think the parents, we have to be very careful here. If you realize that each part each one has a child going into this sort of relationship, we should uh, change our style of approaching these children. Um, we should reflect, on the topic. We should reflect on the type of what should I say? We should reflect on how we're going to be able to live with children like that, and especially in the Western world, whereby the type of houses that we live in here, it's not so friendly, for living with a stepchild who is a teenager. If you, the parent, are going to go in with your own mentality, your own thinking, shall I say your own African thinking, that you are going in there to be the father, to play that sort of you know that sort of manhood, it wouldn't help you. So I think we should approach in a very sensitive manner, and that will be able to help the situation, for us to be able to adjust ourselves and listen to the children. I mean, put ourselves in a very friendly manner or friendly atmosphere in the house. Then, as time goes on and they begin to accept you, then of course it will be a time that they will realize that, oh yeah, now we are living with, like I said already, if you're a man going into a relationship like that, whereby you have a teenage boy, you are not going in to start, throwing yourself as a man being in the house. It wouldn't work. You are going in there more or less like even like that, like the child. Start liking, this teenage boy. Start, putting yourself in a very, what shall I say, in a situation that you tend to listen to what he says. He becomes your friend. You take him out and not necessarily going to spend, and you talk to him. Bring yourself to his level. If you're able to do that, and he build that sort of confidence in you, then your relationship is going to work. But if you go in there with the idea that, oh, you are the man of the house and you're going to correct him, put him right, my brother, it wouldn't work. So all what I'm saying is, as a parent, we should be able to, if you're going in a situation like that, in a relationship like that, we should be able to, think, and then, know how we put ourselves in, and we'll be able to accommodate them in the relationship.
Yes, thank you, Mr. D. So, children who have experiences, so to step parents who have experiences. Did you, this question is, did you love or hate your step parents?
Mm.
Did you feel, as an audience, please, do you feel that, people who grew up in a family life, they grew up as step parent, or like step parent, did you love your stepchildren, or did you hate them, or did you mistreat them, or if you are a stepchild, do you feel that you was mistreated? Do you feel that you was not loved? Call us and let us know. Mr. D is gonna give you the number. Call us and let us know.
The number to call is 01223 926 804. 01223 926 804. And the mobile number is 074 73 865 402. I repeat, 074 73 865 402. If you've been a stepchild before, or if you've lived with a stepchild, whatever experiences that you've gone through, yes, you can call and then share your views, and of course, we all learn. I mean, those of you who are watching us on the Facebook, please, you may also share it to your friends. If you can share the program to your friends, then of course we will get more people. And the reason why I'm not mentioning, I have so many people watching us from Facebook. It has come to my notice that some people do not want us to, or they don't like the idea of calling their names on the radio. So for some reason, I have stopped mentioning names. But of course, like a good number of people watching us on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching us, and please share it, as I said, so that we may get more listeners. Thank you so much, Mr. Kofi. Please proceed.
Yeah, thank you everyone who is watching. Yeah, one of the areas now we're looking at now is, did you feel that you was loved? Many children now, from my understanding, or people who grew up in same family relationship, these days they would say a blended family. Many has reported that feeling being mistreated. I have a friend who was talking to me today, Mr. D, and feel that his stepchild used to mistreat him very badly,
Yeah.
intentionally, giving him hard work, the household chores, things that he had to do at the family home was hard work. He would sweep the house, he would do a lot of things. He used to wake up very early in the morning. He felt that this affected him in terms of his educational development and in terms of a lot of things. So in that way, this food is an area. That's why we are doing programs like this, to bring an awareness of people or parents who may be living, or who may be living with stepchildren, or may have stepchildren, in as a family, blended family, so that they will show awareness of their interaction, household rules, attachment, and making sure that they also take into consideration the the child's wishes and feelings, their aspirations. Particularly, Mr. D, do we have this my friend was telling me that he feel that he was treated differently to his siblings, because
Yeah.
his siblings are of they've been saying because his dad is not there,
Yeah.
obviously, and now this man will go out, saying the man will buy things for his own children and don't buy some for him.
I mean, if you're a parent and you deliberately treat the children in that way, then you're making a big mistake. And then again, you may also be treating them equally. You may not have any intention of, treating them. I mean, different one from different. I mean, different from the others. But these children can also be, playing that sort of a game by telling even their mom or their dad that, look, that is is not treating me like his own or her own. So it works both ways. The mothers can also be doing this. The children can also do the same thing if they are living with their dad. No matter what the mother does to the step child, can also go and tell the father a different story. So it's a very sensitive area that parents should be able to know how to handle situations like that.
Well, I mean, we have um, someone who is a freelance radio presenter, and what she was saying is, name is Alice, and what Alice was saying is that, um, you know, does he love his step children, and as he reflects on them, you know, and he said, no, I don't. I don't feel the same intensity for them that I do for my partner,
Mm.
parents, or even siblings. So what he's saying is that he doesn't feel have the same connection, Mr. D,
Mm-hmm.
the same connection as he would have for his own, for his siblings, or even um, for his partner.
Mm.
So, but what he said is that he's very proud of his stepchildren, and he wants to be part of their developmental process
Mm.
and enjoy their company. But she thought love is too heavy a word to use. So what he's saying is that although he likes them, he cannot use love, Mr. D. And
Mm.
this is the issue. The issue is here that although he loves them, he likes them, but he can't use love. And then cases like this, Mr. D, it makes things complex.
It does. Yeah.
It makes it complex, and if you settle down, if you are in a relationship with someone, if you feel that you are in a relationship with your, you met someone, they have children, however, you are saying that you can't love the children.
Yeah. We see we tend to say that if you like the wife, then you should accept. No, what they say is, if you love me, you love my children. And we tend to hear this saying most of the time. You know, especially from the women. He say, if you love me, you love my children. In fact, yes, it's supposed to be that. If you meet a woman and you think you like,
Why a man? Some
well,
men,
well,
have lost their wives. They are not in relationship. They're caring for children,
yeah,
and they care for their children, and they go into relationship.
yeah,
And to happen because I have listen. You see how children could become step parents.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yes, the thing is that a mother developed a mental illness, for
yeah,
instance, right?
yeah,
Now is able in a position to care for the children.
yeah,
And this period now, the father has separated himself
yeah,
with the father.
yeah,
So then the father will be the one caring for the children. And now this father go into relationship
yeah,
with other. Now the woman come and bring their own children to the relationship.
yeah,
And then you have everyone is bringing their children into the relationship.
yeah,
However, the father, the children of the father feel that they are not getting the same treatment like the one that the mother brought in. They
yeah,
feel that even the food in the house, they are eating more than them.
yeah.
They feel that
Well, some of these children are so smart, and shall I say, whatever you do, whatever you do, they may have something to say. Believe you me. Even if you do shopping for them, and you think you've spent exact amount, buying the stepchild sometimes may have something to say, because before you even come in, you don't agree with me.
What I would say is that what are you, the parent, your awareness and skills? How do you make it? The same. Did you talk to the children? Maybe you spoke, maybe the person spoke to their children and asked them what they want. But when it comes to your one, they don't ask. They just buy it. So what I would say is that it's important as parents that if you are in such relationship, you show some awareness. People listen, Mr. D. Many people don't have any training in terms of going into relationships.
Absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah.
People have children and they want to bring the children out.
That's right.
They are not many who make an effort to learn.
That's right.
I mean, in the 21st century, the
Yeah.
challenges are different.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of local, many children centers where people can go and learn about alternative parenting strategy.
Yeah.
And how people are willing to do that.
Yeah.
People will say, we come from the old school. So, what more can you tell them? But I think that the more we learn.
So are you trying to suggest that if you are going in a relationship with both having children, you are trying to suggest that parents should have some sort of a parenting, should take a parenting courses, before they can do something like that, or they can enter such a relationship?
Yes. Okay. For us to have an understanding, and also for my audience to have some understanding, right? Now, the issue here is this. Now, I'm giving an example of Alex, who is 30. He's Thomas. He's a popular presenter, a freelance presenter. And what she said is that in a frank and honest interview, she admits that she struggled to connect. Listen to this. She struggled to connect with her stepchildren.
Yeah.
And also claims that she's speaking out for millions of other stepmothers
Yeah.
who do the same but are fearful to admit it.
Yeah.
So what she's saying is that she's speaking for other things. Now you have a case of someone saying that she's finding it difficult to connect with her stepchildren as a stepmother.
Yeah.
Now, how would the stepchild feel if she's feeling this way?
Yeah. One second, please. There are some people watching us on a Facebook, and you are commenting by, commenting what we are doing. Please do send us your comments. If you cannot call the number, but you want to say something, send your comments on the Facebook, and I will read it. For others to hear your views as well. Yes, you are commenting that we are doing a good program. It's a great job that you guys are doing. Good topic and all that. But please let us hear your views as well, so that we can read it to our listeners as well. Okay, please, go ahead.
Yeah, Alex, she said that she talks about how she goes to love the stepchildren the same as her own, but then struggle to do so.
Yes.
So she goes, that this is what she wants to do. She wants to treat them the same way. Then she said that she will treat them exactly the same manner as her own trade. And then she will do whatever she do to ensure that they feel loved and nurtured in the family home.
Mm-hmm.
But she said she was honest enough to say, she struggled. She struggled.
Yeah.
Are you watching this program? Did you grow up in a family as a stepchild, or are you a stepparent?
Yeah.
Do you love? Do you hate your step parent? Do you feel that to be treated in a way that affects you? Please give us your comment, and we love to hear. The other area for
please, if you break it up, if you can come a bit closer to your microphone, please.
Yeah. What I want to talk about, Mr. D, is and is if were you treated differently to your other siblings, are you for being a stepchild? What does it feel like to be a stepchild? My question is here, Mr. D, that some children living with biological children, people go into relationship, where they have children. Yeah. So now maybe a mother will come in with a father who have their own children already, or a father will come in with a mother who have their own children already.
Yeah.
Now, if they have their child, that child gets treated differently or the same way that they are doing. This is a very interesting area.
Yeah.
The reason is when we grew up in, remember in Ghana, those years, many of my audience, we come from Ghana. Mr. D is also from Ghana. And Mr. D, you remember those days, when even we as an outsiders used to have friends who may be living in a step family home. And then you have two families who one that have access to cars and you be able to even drive a car at the age of
Well, you being the fact is this: you being the stepchild, you wouldn't even go nearer. You know that your place is not near the car. You if you're going there, maybe you're going to wash the car.
But it is something. This is why we are doing programs like this. And our audience in Africa who may be in a relationship like this, or in the Europe, in America, and any other parts of the world. This is why we do programs like this to show an awareness for us to have an awareness to help children who may be experiencing emotional difficulties due to this. And for my audience, we have a therapist who normally supports us with this program. And today, she'll be coming on our own Carol Village, who is a therapist, children and family therapist, will be coming on. And we'll be talking to Archbishop Paul Hanson, of Brother Farms, about his views about single parents in the estate, Brother Farm estate, and how they are doing. About children who may be living in a family of stepchildren or step parents, and how they are doing as a community. So, Mr. Lee, as we are talking about this, right? So what you are saying is that in Ghana, from your understanding or from your experience, stepchildren may not even go near certain things because they feel that biological child have access to them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then some are grieving inside. Even there was a case in Ghana where people even sleeping outside where the other ones are sleeping indoors. So they sleeping in rooms where the others are sleeping outside. And I think that was very harsh and
I mean, some of them. I tell you what. Some of them even. I'm sure they thought it was normal because their friends had experienced that and it was going on. So, and the mother was even lucky, in those days. I mean, if I may say so, was being even lucky to be in those days too. It was difficult for I mean, especially the women with children to meet to meet men who are prepared to go out with them. Those days it was difficult for women with children to find men who were ready to marry them. It was very few, and of course nowadays we see that as something normal that happens. But at our time it wasn't that easy. So if a mother is lucky to find a man, and this mother has a child, and the man accepts the mother or the woman and then the child knows his or her place. So yeah.
But when we're talking about stepchildren, I would like to bring to my attention of my audience that uh, we this apply to obviously it can happen to any kind of nationality, but today we have more emphasis on upbringing in Ghana, the way step parents treated stepchildren and the impact that have on them in Ghana, and also other parts of the world.
For the sake of those who have just joined us, let me just put a topic that we are treating tonight. This is Africanna Radio. You've tuned into the topic that we are treating tonight on our social issue program that we bring to you on each and every Monday between the hours of 8 and 10. The topic for tonight is the challenges facing stepchildren and also being a step parent, living in a relationship. So the challenges that stepchildren faces or stepchildren face, and then the also the challenges that step parents also face in a relationship. Mr. Kula, go ahead, please.
Yes. Now, the argument is that, Mr. D, the argument is that the same treatment, you know, that a stepchild will receive, you know, children can be treated equally when there are no outside individuals causing a separation between the two. You know, it also takes what mature parents
Yeah.
working together to help the child understand the importance of bonding as a family in all situations. So this is what I'm saying, that if that understanding is not there, if that communication is not there, you know, the interaction of the parents, I mean, the skills they bring into that relationship, it will make it difficult sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, unless they have that, and then this will make it work. You know, because loving one and leaving one could affect the children significantly, and it's not fair or to all the step parents who are listening to this program, or if you are either a stepfather, a stepmother, you know, you are in relationship with someone who maybe are mistreating or treating the children differently, then it's important that you speak about this and make sure that, because this would have a long lasting impact on the child. You know, this will affect their self-esteem, it will affect their confidence, you know, and it will affect them in so many different ways, you know, even in their adulthood, research suggests. So therefore, it's important that you tell. So if you are a step parent who is mistreating your stepchildren, please stop. Please, this is your opportunity for you to reflect on your behavior, your action. And this is why we do programs like this, to help the community to come to some form of understanding around this. And if you are also a stepchild experiencing this, please, you know, we have NSPCC who may be able to help you. When you go to school, you will be able to talk to the school, you know, who will be able to support you as well. You know, children's services, social services may be able to support you as well, you know, or speak to your teacher about it, because the pain can be long lasting. If you are going through as a result, you've been neglected, then when you are in school, please, you need to talk so that the issue can be addressed and will be moved forward with that. So, Mr. D, these are some of the things that will bring the celebration. So, one of the areas we need to look at is what are the dynamics for stepchildren, you know, because discipline, you know, can the dynamics is Mr. D, can a step parent discipline a stepchild?
Well, it depends upon the kind of discipline you're talking about. Bear in mind that even your own child, you have a problem I mean, depending upon the type of discipline you know we talking here. Your own child, you know, you should be very careful how you discipline your own child. I mean, how much more your stepchild, that you know, is a teenage stepchild that knows that yes, you're not my father or you're not my mother. You know, how do you discipline such a child? So it's a very sensitive area.
Yes.
Mm.
One of the dynamics, Mr. D, is that obviously people go into relationship, the family have their own values of living, you know, maybe before the absent parent left the family home.
Yeah.
Either through death, or um, maybe parents cannot get on, you know, for one reason or the other. Now, this person coming in now may have their own values in terms of the way they do things, you know. Whereas the parents may feel that, you know, when a child do this, this is how you have to approach it. Then the others may feel that it has to be done in a different way.
Mm.
So now, how do you balance the two? Is a very important factor here in terms of dealing with. Now, this could, if not done properly, could affect the children in the sense that you may get another person coming in saying this, then the parent may be saying that, you know, getting these messages which could then affect them. So the family dynamics in terms of the way things are approached is very important. You know, is what is the style? Because the children will have their own strength, Mr. D. They may have things they like, You know, I have a case where um, uh, one of my friends was telling me, for instance, that when they were young, you know, television they want to watch, the program they used to watch at home, where they used to be able to watch it all the time. Now they have a step parent coming, you know, that step parent, likes to watch something. So then the mother would let that step father watch something else rather than
The
them
children.
watch, you know, which the children used to grieve inside,
Yeah.
but you couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
So showing an awareness of this is important. Or it could be not, if even not the mother, the father as well. You know, whereby you go into relationship.
Yeah.
Because I've got a case whereby apparently what they were saying is that when the father is not there, the stepmother will treat them very nicely and
Mm-hmm.
everything. No, when the father is there, the stepmother will pretend and treat them nicely. But the moment they are not there, then
Yeah.
they change.
It changes.
They
Yeah.
behave differently, you know. So I mean, children do go through some experiences. They may not be able to share these things with their parents because of fear, you know. And some parents will value their relationship more than their children. So if you are in relationship, you are going to relationship with someone, please, your children values should be your number one priority in terms of how the children fit in with this arrangement. If you are listening to this program and you feel that you are in a situation where you need any support or alternative parenting strategy, you can call us and we'll be able to advise you accordingly. You know, um, Mr. D, can you put the number on board for us, please?
Yes, sure.
Because I would love
The
to
number to
have you on
call.
board.
The number to call if you want to come on the program. It's a 01223 926 804. I repeat 01223 926 804. And the WhatsApp line is, or the mobile line is 074 73 865 402. I repeat 07473 865 402. This is Africanna Radio, your online radio portal. Mr. Cula, please go ahead.
So let's look at the legal implications of living with a stepdad or children.
Mhm.
You know, because a lot of people go into relationship, you know, whereby a step parent is there. What are the legal implications? You know, do they have a good understanding in terms of the law and in terms of their role as a parent and what they can do and what they cannot do? You know, we feel that this is important in the sense that it will help us have some form of understanding about the terms of law. In legal sense, step parents are often inconspicuous. However, the living arrangements in many step families often mean that step parents live with or look after the children of their spouse or single partner. Uh, so this is normally what happens. And what is the situation? In certain situations, for example, where a child needs urgent medical treatment, the authorities need to deal with someone with parental responsibility. Now we are talking about parental responsibility here, Mr. D,
Mhm.
you know, and it's the most important constitutive parents too. So if you are a step parent, do you have a legal parental responsibility of the child, Mr. D?
If you are a step
Can you
parent,
hear me?
if you're a step parent, you have a legal responsibility.
You can manage. Yes, because the issue is that the time you are talking about the fact that you may be married, does that give you a legal basis that the child, you can make decision of that child, which is not your child, is
I don't know. Please educate us here. I'm not too sure about that. My instinct tells me it's no, but I may be wrong.
yes, because the thing is, what the argument, the thing is that step parents can acquire parental responsibility by signing a parental responsibility agreement to which a natural parent, or both natural parents, you know, if they both have parental responsibility, consent.
Yeah.
So if they don't give you that consent,
Yeah.
you don't have that legal basis
Yeah.
as a step parent in terms of the child. So either you are a stepmother or a stepfather, you live it with the child, maybe you take them to school, take them to this. If this child needs an urgent medical treatment, you may not be able to consider or even make you cannot make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
The hospital may not take care because you will not be seen as one with parental responsibility of that child
Yeah.
unless you get the consent from the biological parents.
Yeah.
If not, you may not have that. This is a formal document which needs to be signed by all the parties and then registered with the court.
Yeah.
So it's something that if you are to help, this is why we are doing programs like this to bring an awareness. Because some children may be calling their step parents or as a father figure or a mother figure. Some I've heard them call them man or dad. However, in terms of the legal basis, this is not it is. Unless you sign a consent, the parents give a consent, and there is a consent agreement with the court, you may not be able to make certain decisions
Mm.
for the children. So it's very, very important in terms of that. So what is it like to be like a stepchild audience? What is it like for someone to be a stepchild? Growing
I don't.
up being a
I don't think some of them are going through. I mean, depending upon the type of the stepfather or the stepmother that they have, some of them are not finding it easy at all. Some of them are really going through tough time. Well, these mothers and then some fathers, um, I think it's not easy for them, especially back home that where we come from. Um, they abuse them, they neglect them, they they do all sort of things to them, which to me it doesn't make sense. It's senseless. Why some of these people do that?
when you say it's senseless, what do you mean?
Senseless in the sense that if senseless in the sense that some of them the type of food that they give to these stepchildren to eat, it more or less is like eating the garbage from.
So, yeah,
It's senseless. It's not abuse. Yes, it's senseless.
they are abusing the
They
children.
yes
Saying that
they make them go through all this sort of heinous kind of work to they do in the house, and when it gets to the time for them to eat, then they throw anything to them, which to me is senseless. Yeah.
yes. I mean, what Mr. D is saying is that a lot of stepchildren do experience, abuse, neglect, being neglected because of being a stepchild. While the biological children of because of the two parents enjoying certain privileges within the family, the stepchildren have been maltreated and they mistreated in one way or the other, you know, and as a result of that, this impact on the children negative. And it's a good thing that we are doing program like this because we feel that the community needs to understand what the stepchildren goes through. In this day and age, what they are saying is that it's not only now, but in many cases, research suggests that one in three families in the UK, in the other parts of the world, are from a step parent home. Now, the research use blended families. So there are many blended families around, children who could be maybe growing up in a foster home, being adopted, or um, maybe parents meet a partner where they come in, they're going out. But do we, as parents, going out, do you kind of sit down and analyze the person bringing to your children? Do you actually know your children, what they like and don't like? You know, how long does it take you before you bring somebody home? How do you introduce the children? And Mr. D, one of the difficulties with our community is that most children are being introduced as uncles to to
The partners.
their parents' partners, and also their mother's partners, and also the father's partners are being introduced as aunties.
Yeah.
Now, it is very confusing for the children.
Well,
It's very confusing for the children because obviously they are not an auntie, are they? And
it is it
neither
is
are
it is
they
it is a
an
perception
auntie.
that it is a perception that we have that you cannot call an adult by his first name or by his name. So as a result of that, it has now turned to be uncles. Oh, I mean, look, we face the same thing. I mean, uh, somebody calling you, or like your child calling you, you know, as your first name. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
I,
It doesn't.
it's not like Mr. D. It's not like I'm catching you. From my understanding, from some people in the community, in particular in the Ghanaian community and also in the Nigerian community, what many people say is that they don't want to introduce the children and then if the relationship don't work, or if so sometimes at the beginning of that relationship they may then use uncle or auntie, which is not a good method. But then I think it's from the beginning they need to be able to make the right introduction for the children because it can become confusing for the children, and some of the children will find it difficult saying that you don't understand that how the person who is an uncle related to the family, then also going out with the person, either he or she. Does it make sense? How the two, the linking of the two can become very
Well,
confusing
well,
for the
well,
children. So for
you listen. It might not even be. They may not even be any relationship attached, because your friend, your lady friend, right? Your children may end up calling your lady friend as an auntie without you even being introduced the lady friend to your children. As soon as they see that you are talking to that person, when they are calling that person, they cannot call the person by her actual name. They start calling by auntie. So it has become part and parcel of our, shall I say, our attitude towards friends.
Mr. D, you need to check your side. I think
What is that? Is it to do with the volume or the sound? Because my sound is okay here, and I think it's your side that you should be able to come closer to the microphone. Your sound is breaking up, and I think you need to come closer to the microphone. Yes, yes. For the sake of those who have just joined us again on the Facebook, as I said, that there are so many people watching us from Facebook and then YouTube, and as I've learned that people do not want us to call their names on the Facebook, I welcome all of you watching us. Please share the video so that we will get so many people listening to us. The topic for tonight is the challenges facing stepchildren in a relationship and also being a step parent. What are some of the challenges? Have you been a stepchild, or have you also been a step parent, or are you still living in a step? Are you living in a step parent or stepmother or stepchild, kind of relationship? Let us hear your views on Africanna Radio, your online radio portal. Like I said, there are so many people watching us from Facebook. Thank you so much for watching us. Mr. Kofi, please proceed.
yeah, Mr. D. What the question is here is that now some parents are telling me that if I meet someone, I want someone who could what take my children like their own.
Yeah,
I want them to be able to do the things that as a family we do.
yeah.
And do you think that people go into relationship thinking of these things?
Well,
In many cases,
people go to
when
relationship.
somebody hold on, hold on. In many cases, when people meet someone, for example, in a party or wherever, and they done, these are not the things they talk about.
Yeah,
However, the expectation is that they normally some will not talk with their partner, but they expect the partner to be able to have some awareness of this. And then they go and marry them, knowing that, you know what, the issue is that they have still not discussed their children, they have still not discussed this thing with them. Is this a good strategy
Listen,
that
you
can
may listen to
is
this.
it something that can backfire? That's
Go
what I'm
ahead, you may
making.
listen. Uh-huh.
It is something that can backfire because you met the person, you never spoke about your children's needs, you know, you never spoke about your children's interests, you never you go ahead and go out with the person, either being a male or female,
Yeah.
you go out with them, or um same sex, you go out with them. Now the issue here is that now you going out with the person, you marry the person, you know, your stepchildren, these things have not been spoken about. The issues, what is the family values is not known.
Yeah.
And then
There are so many things that we take it for granted when we enter a relationship like this. And like you said, it's good that we are doing this program because it's an education that we need to engage ourselves in. And the fact that yes, your partner has children, or you also have children that you are going into a relationship like this from day one. I think you should be able to you should be able to talk about it. You should be able to discuss about the children. You should be able to open up, certain things, like the aunties and then the uncles that we allow that to happen. I think right from the onset, knowing that you are going to go into this sort of a relationship, I think right from the onset you should be able to talk about it, and then know how you handle it. Yeah.
yes, so these these are all some of the issues within a parent for stepchildren or for step parents when you go into relationship. And it's important that anyone going into a relationship, you put the children at the center of your decision making and discussion. You know, um, what sort of person are you bringing into your family? You know, are they people who understand children? Are they people who are more likely to know how to interact with children? You know, or are they going to consider your children? But I had many things that I think that talk about, you know, it's time for them to also look at their needs rather than their children. And then in the end, this process is not happen because of them. Say that, you know, um, person have I mean,
You breaking up, Mr. Cooler. You breaking up badly.
and it's not myself, and this affects the children
Mr.
relationship
Cooler, you're breaking up
and
badly. We can
affect
hear
the
you.
children education.
We can hear you. Please come closer to your microphone.
And I am very, very close.
Right.
It's not from inside. I told you, it's not from here.
Mm.
Yeah. So all these things will impact on the child and parent relationship. I'm looking at this. Obviously, we're trying to get Carol or Larry, who may join us on this program. But before they come, what are some of the solutions that we need to look for in terms of helping children and families, people who are in such relationships, be able to live happily and independently? You know, the step parent step child relationship is weak due to little emotional connection and only a brief shared history developed while the adults were coaching. So, you, how much or what information you share with your partner in terms of either for your children? What information you share with them? I think it's very significant here because having an understanding of the background, in terms of all the emotional what maybe that needs to have understanding of all the needs. I think it's best to be as open to each other as possible to share important information that will help the children to settle after stability. Because in many cases, if the children are not settled, I think it also puts pressure on the relationship within the family, and then it makes it difficult for you as parents to settle. Children loyalty to their biological parents may interfere with their acceptance of you. Did you hear that, Mr. D? That children loyalty to
Mm-hmm.
their biological parents may interfere with the acceptance of step. Children are often emotionally torn when they enjoy a step parent. They fear that liking you somehow hurts their non-custodial biological parents in common. Do you feel that way, Mr. D? That a child going to a child thinking that if they love their step parents, then it's like they are kind of um they are kind of hurting their parents.
I don't think so. I think that even that even builds up the relationship between the couples.
No, no. What I'm saying is, do you feel that some children feel that you, as a step parent,
Mm.
if they get on well with you, then they are hurting their absent parents. So the absent
Okay,
parents will be the
okay,
mother
okay. I understand it now.
or the
Yeah,
father.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think.
you coming in and then them, good good communication, maybe interaction,
Mm,
good level of attachment,
yeah.
understanding, then it
You
will
see,
start off
if
and
you,
they
I
kind
did
of
say, I
build
did,
their
I did say this right from the onset that depending upon the kind of relationship you build up with these children here, they may either like you or they may hate you. So if you're able to build a very good relationship with them, they even tend to forget about their absent parent, and then like you. So if it happens like that,
But
then
see that approach could backfire, whereby you feel that the child you forget about the absent
no,
parent.
your
But
intention,
the best
your
decision
intention
for
is
that
not
children,
your intention is not to make the child like you and they hate the parent. That's not your intention.
that's it. No, what needs to happen is by allowing children to pick their loyalties and encourage contact with their biological parents.
Mm.
So you as a step parent, all you can do is to allow children to keep their loyalties and encourage contact with their biological parents. So if you are listening to this program and you are having issues, whereby in terms of addressing this type of issue, please give us a call and we may be able to assist you through advice and confidentiality is guaranteed. Then the other one is never criticize their biological parents as it will sabotage their children's opinion of you.
Mm.
It's important that you don't criticize them, you know, um, which many cases some parents may talk negatively about their ex-partners. Children may hear, and now you have the step parent there, and now the step parent talking negatively about that parents, either being the father or the mother, that could hurt them, Mr. D.
Mm.
That could hurt them, and it could affect child and the step parents relationship.
Mm.
And don't try to replace an uninvolved or deceased biological parent. Consider yourself as an added parent figure in the child's life. Be, be yourself. So it's important that you be yourself. Don't go there and make yourself that you are replacing the child father or the child mother.
So I mean, don't pretend to be what you are not.
Yeah, but you are going there and making yourself feel like, oh yeah,
maybe maybe he wants the mother the woman to like him or to love him so much, so you pretend to be.
that will backfire. It's important that people show awareness of this.
Yeah.
Because I've heard many in our community saying that, oh, I can do the same thing that the mother used to do, or I can do the same thing the father used to do. Everyone is an individual with their own values.
That's right.
So we should know that and respect that. Respect people as individuals. So if their parents have passed away, you do your best in terms of consider yourself as an added parent figure in the child's life and always be yourself. Let the children set their pace for their relationship with you. I think it's important that you let the children set their pace.
Mm.
If your stepchildren are open to you and seem to want some kind of affection, don't leave them disappointed.
Mm.
Sometimes they may be feeling certain way. Are you able to direct them in terms of the right path, guidance, boundaries? This is what I said from the beginning of the program that it's important about the skills that you are taking in. What are you bringing into relationship? I
Mm.
mean, when people go into relationship, Mr. D, there's one area that people don't look for. And it seems like many go for the beauty, the beauty, how nice this person looks and things like that. Or do people go into relationship?
Well,
Uh,
I tell you what, we tend to say that. People tend to say that we don't go in for the beauty, you don't go in for the. Yeah, I know, I do. I know. Look, they're all part of the attributes that you have to, it's all part of the attributes. It's all part of the things that you have to check, and it's a part, it's part of the package. You cannot say that you've met somebody, the person is so beautiful, and because he's beautiful you wouldn't go in for him because she's beautiful. No, I think beauty counts as well. Beauty, it does count in my views. Yes.
yeah, I mean, I was talking to this elderly man who said to me that, he's from the old school and he feels that in his time, they will go into relationship and they will look at what skills, this person is bringing in, you know, what skills,
Mm.
I think they feel that he's saying to me, the skills is more important than money, than everything. And the same thing that if you're going into a relationship with someone, you have children, it's important that you know that what this person is bringing into that relationship. So it's important that you let the children know, set their own pace for their relationship with you. If your stepchildren are open to you and seem to want affection, please don't disappoint them. If, however, they remain cautious, don't force yourself on them. Respect their boundaries, for it often represents their confusion over the new relationship and their loss from the past. So these things can happen, and it's important that children, it's important that you respect their boundaries. Respect is very, very important here. You know, it's important that no matter what relationship you are in, you respect the children face, you respect their boundaries, you support them in every area that they need. As time pass by, and things come up, things will increase in terms of your involvement and affection. Together, you can forge a workable relationship that grows over time. So things will grow, and it will become more workable. Relationship as things work grows over time. As from time as the things move, the working together, the approach that you use, this is what will make it work. The most confusing role for a step parent is how to set limits, teach values, and enforce consequences. Because, like I said that from the beginning, is a fact, and I think that the parent going into that relationship with children should have some awareness and also to support in this area. You know, do Mr. D, is this something that maybe you can point on to say does most parents with a child, do some of them allow or do they kind of support their partners put enforce rules just like them?
Well, when it comes to
Because some parents are head.
when it comes to our type of parenting, I think we lacking so many values. um, in terms of even your own children at home. You know, some of the men are absent from the house, and you know it ends up being all just the women handling, you know, I mean, situations like this. So it's not an easy thing for the mothers to handle in our home. So it's a very, when it comes to, I mean, our own children, the way we handle them at home is also um, not right. Our own children. So when it comes to stepchildren, we tend to, you know, to we tend to ignore them. Some parents tend to ignore them. They don't really, you know, they, I mean, they leave it to the other partner, who is the biological, maybe the mother or the father, to be handling issues like that. So it's not easy.
Yeah, I mean, what one of the things they said is that the most common pitfall for step families is when the biological parent hands off too much responsibility for child rearing,
Mm.
and the step parents begin to punish the child
Yeah.
for misbehaving too quickly.
Yeah.
So anytime the child do anything, the step parent is quick to punish the child,
Yeah.
quick, without taking time. You know,
I tried to reach Carol Fellows, but she didn't respond. So let's carry on.
yeah, we can go on. So rather, a unified team approach that involves both biological and step parents is best.
Mm.
So it's important that we show some awareness of this, and to make sure that we work together as a team. Then also other areas we need to look at is that early on teamwork is important. Some families, they will have family meetings, you know, um, so that the children also have a voice in terms of, depending on their age and understanding, depending on the day-to-day affairs of the family home,
Mm.
you know, and also negotiating a household set of rules and conduct involve both adults, but take place initially outside of work, earshot of the children. So it's important that there is what, some kind of rules there. Now, the absent parent, if they have contact with the children, sometimes this can become very confusing, Mr. D.
Very critical.
You know,
Yeah.
yes, it's very, very critical that it's important, like I said, that we encourage, you know, children to have contact with the absent parent.
Mm.
You know. However, it needs, because contact is very crucial, and the government encourage that, unless it could place the child at risk.
Mm.
Obviously, if you are a violent parent, then we will not encourage any contact unless it's in a supervised contact setting, because obviously that will then impact on the child. But the importance of not giving mixed messages to children is very, very critical here. That you, the parent, you will not be giving mixed messages to the children, you will not be abusing the other parent for the children, and so too, the same way when the children have contact with the other parent, that they not be giving information to undermine um, the other parent as well. Name calling and all that, all these things needs to be taken into consideration in terms of parent-child relationship. So is my argument is that, one, growing up as a step parent, do we feel, audience, do we feel that children who grew up in a step parent or a blended family, or in a family whereby they separate, they get treated differently when the parents have a child whereby they are siblings, they become now a step sibling. Do they get treated? We spoke about it earlier on, and our argument is that it depends on the awareness of the step parents. and also of the parent. It depends on the awareness of them and the understanding of this. And in many cases, research suggests that if this awareness are not there, these, the children needs, could be override in terms of the not being taken into consideration. So it's important that there is some form of communication at the family home. The respect is very significant, very important in terms of the relationship, building, because you as a parent you need to be very respectful child,
Yeah.
and then you earn that respect from them, you know. And you have to move things with the caution in terms of your legal basis. Within all things, you also need a consent if you want a legal right in terms of that from the biological parents, in terms of parental responsibility. Although you may be married to the mother, however, that's what I say. Research suggests that in the UK alone, many one in three family may be from a step children home, you know. So this is, and in the US is also of the same argument that, you know, step children, people living in or blended family is now very common, very.
It looks like
We started a
it looks like
program
we're losing the sound from Mr. Cula. Sorry about that, the listeners. We have just about 6 minutes more to draw the curtains down. So please bear with us. We will try as much as possible to resolve it. Mr. Cula, please go ahead.
I didn't hear what you said, Mr. D.
The sound is breaking, so I just apologize to the listeners that we trying to resolve the sound problem. So please go ahead.
Yeah. What I'm saying, um, we as parents is important. Yeah, the sound. Is,
Yeah, it's bad. So I'm just trying to, for some reason, you said you've come closer to it. Of course,
hey, I don't know what
well,
happened.
it's all right now. Where you are now, it's all right. Now, I've just been alerted here that the sound is very poor. So please, um,
Yeah, we started the program by saying that research suggests that one in three people in the UK is now a step parent, stepchild, or step sibling. Step families are established part of modern family life, but um, step parents and natural parents are often unaware of the legal implications of this relationship. So we are kind of have an understanding now that this is kind of an area where, as a community, we need to look at, because it affects many communities, it affects many people, in the community in one way or the other. And how do we kind of live with our stepchildren in terms of making sure that we meet their needs? And today we have learned a lot by saying that the communication, respect, you know, um, having an understanding of children is when people are going into relationship, it's important that you speak to your partners, you let them understand your family's values, the things that the children like, their dislike, their interests. Don't just bring them in, by just bringing them in, then although it's important that they will learn, but it may take time for them to learn. So by sharing some important things about the children with them, this will help them also to have insight of the children needs and help build that relationship. We also have learned that children who are mistreated within this way, it could affect them emotionally, and this could affect their interaction, their participation in the community. We have also learned that, you know, where, the absent parent, the importance of the absent parents, if they have in contact with their children, in terms of communicating effectively to make this process very smooth, so that mixed messages are not being given to the children. It's important that you as parents don't disrespect the absent parents to the children for name calling and things like that. We thank you very much, everyone who have listened to this program. We have learned a lot in terms of learning about stepchildren and stepparents. Due to many people's demand in terms of one of our programs that we did last time, this was about why children are in gangs, why does children join gangs, why is so many of our children in prisons or come to the attention of the police? Is it the failure of the system? We feel that we will talk about this. We have spoken about it before. We're going to talk about it due to a demand. People feel that in our community, some of the children are so frightened to go out these days. And we want to talk about this and then help us generate ideas and awareness of how to work with these children to help them, family, children and family to be living independently. We have learned a lot about the stepchildren. If you are a stepchild who has heard about this program, or if you grew up in a family whereby you was a stepchild and you feel so that your parents' action, your step parents' actions towards you has affected you one way or another, and you're looking for support, please contact us and we'll be able to signpost you to the right place. We also work to have children and families therapists. However, today she was unavailable for the program. Also, if you are a mother who or a father who are going into a relationship with children, please, you need to show an awareness that the person that you are going out with may need to know about parenting and how to parent children, may need to maybe take a course and do a course to learn about alternative parenting strategies, learn about family bonding, family relationship, play, and communicating with each other, and things like that. By this, it will help the family to be able to live happily together and help the children to settle. Do not just go into relationship for going sake. Please, it's important that you check out these things. Thank you very much, everyone who listened to this program today. And we will see you next week on Monday at 8 p.m. Thank you, Mr. D.
Thank you, Mr. Kofi Cula, for this program here. Thank you so much, and also thanks all of you who watch us on the Facebook. Thank you so much. I mean, it has come to my attention that some of you don't like us mentioning your names. That is why I've not mentioned any of your names here. But thank you so much. We have so many people watching us on the Facebook and then of course YouTube as well. Thank you so much. Yes, there was some comments that came in. Yes, it's all welcome. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
And also, I would like to say thank you, Nana. Thank you very much, and good night.
Thank you, Mr. Kula. We see you. We speak to you next week. Have a great week. Thank you so much. Thank you, our listeners.
I can't go without mentioning you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good
night for.
Good night, you said. This is Africanna Radio, your online radio portal. This program comes to you each and every each and every Monday evening between the hours of 8 and then 10. It's our social issue program that we bring to you, and the presenter is Mr. Kofi Cula. And my name is Mr. D. Of course, I'm the host for this program. Thank you so much, and God bless. And we've just drawn the curtains down.
Yes,
thank you.
Regina, thank you. Good night, Quincy, Kojo, Danso, Papa. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.